Hello again everybody, and welcome back to another character concept Let's Play, this time featuring Araelas, the Druid Archer. This episode should be a fun little quick one. I just kind of wanted to address how Araelas deals with civilization, and kind of address a little bit the statement I made last episode about him being a hunter by trade, but a druid by fate. So let's go ahead and recap what we did last episode. Last episode we ended up at Crag Wallow Slope, up here at the foot of the Velothi Mountains in northeastern, well, probably mid-eastern. I don't want to say mid-eastern, it's eastern Skyrim, how about that? And we ended the episode after clearing the cave of the dark influences in there. And after that, we leveled up. And once we leveled up, that activated the Harrier passive ability for Araelas as a Bosmer under the Imperious race overhaul. And it also activated the racial quest for the Bosmer power, the Beast Tongue power. So after that episode, I spent some time tracking down where the Harrier was pointing and hunting and killing a lot of the animals signaled by the bird. I got 6 of them, which is pretty good, I think. It didn't take too long. It was actually kind of fun wandering the wilderness as a tree-hugging Bosmer. Seems pretty characteristic. And just hunting down animals. Yeah, it was kind of fun. But last episode I also mentioned that Araelas would probably feel compelled to move south, just because it's warmer down here and the trees are thicker, and he feels a little more at home in that climate and with all the trees around him. That makes him feel a little more happy. So yeah, here we are at Shorestone, kind of on the way to Riften, on the road to Riften anyway. And I thought I would just briefly go over how Araelas handles little towns and even bigger cities like this. It is necessary mostly to Araelas for crafting. Smithing's going to be a big thing for him. He's going to craft his own armors. He's going to craft and upgrade his own bows. And there's not really, aside from Scrimshaw added by the Hunterborn mod, there's not really any way to do that out in the wilderness. There's not any portable anvils or crafting tables, grinding wheels, or armor workbenches over here that you can take with you and set up while you're out on the road. So in order to do all these things that are pretty central to Araelas' character concept, he's got to socialize a bit with the townsfolk, especially the smiths. So let's go ahead and sell off our stuff that we don't already have, or that we still have. I did encounter a Khajiit caravan, and I was able to sell most of the stuff that we had gathered, yet I think we still might have some stuff that we could sell off. The studded leather armor is not any better than the fur, and I think the fur suits this character concept a little better, so we'll go ahead and sell that off. A whole bunch of pelts that we're still going to use. Some iron ore that we can turn into ingots, some corundum ore that we can turn into steel. Alright, let's see what he has for sale, because we do have quite a bit of money here. I'm going to buy all his iron ingots, all his iron ore. And why not, I'll take all his steel too. We don't have the steel smithing perk yet, so I can't craft steel arrows, but those are going to be pretty important. Yeah, actually, let's talk to this guy about the mine.
If you're looking for supplies, I'd advise heading to Riften.
Okay. So you mentioned something wrong with the mine earlier?
It's full of spiders, that's what's wrong with it. Almost killed Grogmar and me when they showed up. I'm worried that they'll come out of the mine looking for food soon. Then we're in even bigger trouble.
And the town guards can't help you out with that?
Yeah, they're as useless as a fifth wheel on a wagon. Gave me some sort of line about keeping an eye out for enemy soldiers. What's the point in protecting this place if the mine's completely useless? Idiots.
That is a pretty good point. So I'll tell you what, for a small fee, I can clear them out for you.
Tell you what, keep to your word, and I'll line your pockets with as much as I can scrape up.
Sounds good. So tell me about this mine.
Redbelly Mine. It's named from the red mist filling the place. You get used to it after a while. Kind of smells like the hot springs out in the tundra. No idea what's causing it though.
That is interesting. And then is there anything else about the spiders infesting the mine that you can tell me?
Moved right in and made themselves at home. Did it overnight. I'm not even sure exactly where they came from. No one's been hurt yet, and they seem to be staying in the mine. But who knows how long that will last. If we can't get back into the mine, our town is sunk.
Okay,
I don't
let's go
want
take a
to be
look.
responsible for sending you to your death. Be careful in the mine.
So, and you might be thinking it at this point, as I am right now, clearing out a whole community of animals for payment is not really something that a druid would do. And indeed it is not. Um, but, as I said before, Araelas is a hunter by trade, but a druid by fate. So right now, Araelas identifies more with being a hunter because that is what he has to offer to society of value. He can make money hunting because that's what he's skilled at, and that's what people are willing to pay him to do. In this situation, he happens to be skilled at taking out animals such as these. And also in this case, there's somebody willing to pay him to do it. So he has no qualms about going in here and clearing out this den of spiders. Also, he knows from personal experience that large broods of spiders such as this, they tend to upset um, the balance of nature a little bit, kind of unbalance the ecology that's going on in the area. So he's kind of doing nature a service by doing this. So that is kind of a druidic thing, I would think. What can we do here? I think we're okay with... Okay, so yeah, these rings, I've also leveled up my scrimshaw skill a little bit. And I'm able to craft these little magical bone rings that do different things. I might keep some of them. This lucky bone ring, I still don't know what this does. I'll look it up one of these days and make use of it if I can. The only one of these that may not be useful though is the one-handed attack, the jagged bone ring. So I'll sell that off as soon as I get a chance. But yeah, we're never going to use a one-handed weapon against an enemy anyway. So yeah, that'll just be trade fodder. All the rest of these we might, well, except for deft hands, we're not going to be a pickpocket either, but that's not a bone ring. All the rest of these I'll keep on me and use them as I need it, or as I need. So yeah, this dungeon clear should be a little bit more fun now that I've leveled up archery a little bit. Let's go ahead and start taking out some spiders here, huh? Alright, we're detected, but... Oops. But that's okay. Alright, I think we got another spider down here. Yes, we do. Alright, who's next? Somebody spat some poison at me over here. Oh, there we go. What do you got? So you may have noticed a distinct lack of kill cams. And that is on purpose. I used the violins mod, the customized kill cam mod to turn them off. Just because kill moves with the bow and arrow, they tend to exacerbate the problem of firing off duds that just kind of thud into the ground at your feet with archery. So I turned those off. It's going to be a little bit less of a cinematic experience, but it is at least slightly more cinematic than just firing arrows straight into the ground over and over and over again and hearing the player curse each time. I probably didn't need to use steel arrows for that, but we'll be able to craft our own pretty soon. Okay, so we've cleared out the spiders. No problemo. I don't think they will miss some iron ore if we go ahead and mine that for ourselves right now. With this character concept, as you can see, too many arrows is never a problem. And I think the way that I cleared this dungeon out is a little more indicative of how this character concept is going to play in terms of short-range archery instead of the long-range sniping stuff. You're going to see a lot of mobility, some dodging. We never really got close enough to have to bash, but we're going to see a lot of bow bashing. Followed by quick bow shots. So a little more action-packed than your typical sneaky archer, where you spend the entire game in the crouched position, never being detected, and just getting critical damage from afar. There's a little more damage, there's a little more drama, and it's a lot more fun, in my opinion. And probably a little more unique. You probably don't see a whole lot of gameplay like this. I'm hoping, anyway. Okay, so we're not going to take the time to completely butcher all these spiders. I don't know how much of these materials are actually useful. I don't know if we can actually cook up this spider meat without using any kind of plant-based ingredients. So I don't know how much food it's actually going to provide. So I'm just going to go around now and instead of completely butchering all these spiders, I'm just going to extract their venom and take my arrows back if I can get any. Yeah, I wish I hadn't used steel arrows on all these guys. I probably could have taken them out in one shot with just the regular crude bow and arrows or the stone arrows. But not a big deal. There we go. Almost done. So yeah, like I said, Araelas identifies most strongly with being a hunter right now. He is more of a budding or fledgling druid as far as his nature magic and his affinity for nature. So any jobs that
Mostly
he can
deals with petty
take.
thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Okay, looks like we got a deer out there or something that Kine or Yifri or Hersine wants us to go take out. So we'll go do that. First, let's turn off our light. Crouch down. We're going to have to grab a bow. There we go. And we'll keep the steel arrows active this time because deers can be damage sponges. Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and quick save there in case something bad happens. Okay, take it nice and slow. Oh, I missed. And that set him off. Should have let him a little bit more on that one. He was walking a little faster than I thought he was. Yeah, these animals can be really annoying because they move in very unpredictable ways. I chased a rabbit all across the map for probably a good mile, I think, playing off camera. And we got some wolves here. Alright, guys. Gotcha. Anyone else? Hard to see in the fog. Oh, we got a lot of them. Okay, they got some good licks in there. The fog was really obscuring our vision there. And there was another wolf that came out of the woodwork that I did not see or anticipate. But we were able to take care of them. Already you can see that this build is becoming more effective as we do more damage with our bow. A lot of times, low-level characters like this, they are still prone to wolves in packs. Alright, looks like we got some good stuff there, some gold and some arrows. Those are welcome. I probably don't have the encumbrance to pick this guy up. Yeah, definitely not. I want to make it back to that smith back in Shorestone before they close for the evening. But what the heck? I don't think... where's the pelt or the carcass? I don't think whatever entity pointed out this prey to us expected us just to kill it and leave it here. So let's do the best we can. Clean it up. We can camp for the night and return to the smith tomorrow morning if we need to. Oh, and I didn't equip my hunting knife there. Still getting better. See, we got a regular quality elk hide there instead of the ruined pelt, which is good. Want more of that. And I think you do end up getting like superior quality pelts that yield more leather and things like that later on. Harvesting ingredients. We got a superb animal bone there too. That's great. Alright. That's all we needed. We'll leave these wolves. The worms, we'll get to them. Yeah, okay. Go in the right general direction. We do need to bear right a little bit. And this trajectory should get us back to the town. So we need to collect whatever payment the smith has to offer us. That gold can be used by crafting supplies to bolster our armor. And is that? That's a deer. I thought it was a wolf. Not going to fight him with a hunting knife. To bolster our armor rating and our damage output, and craft arrows. As you can see, I went through a lot of them just in that wolf fight there. Hopefully these battles will be a little cleaner going forward when there's not a whole bunch of fog there getting in the way. Oh geez, that guy is leaving me already.
Nasty.
Can I go in? See if he'll still sell me stuff
Can
here.
I help you?
Where is he? There he is.
The spiders put you through the ringer?
I've cleared the mine of spiders, actually.
Gone? Every one of them? Why, that's incredible. Finally, we can reopen the mine and put Shorestone back on the map. Here, please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude.
Alright, 500 gold. Not bad.
Don't kid yourself. Stone runs in our blood.
Okay, we did a public service. We helped the ecosystem a bit and got paid. So yeah, what's left is some crafting. First things first, we're going to come over here and make sure we have all the ingots we can make out of the ore that we have. Ingots and pelts tend to be the bottom of the pyramid in terms of crafting materials, so we'll start there. Iron ore, we'll go ahead and make ingots out of the rest of these. Okay, first things first, let's see what we can do to upgrade our current stuff. Nah, you know what? I'm going to see what we can craft that might be better than what we already have. Okay, first things first, and that's going to be our bow. So let's see what we can craft as far as bows. The Colovian composite bow, which does 14 damage compared to our current hunting bow, which does 14 damage. That's not really buying us anything. Well, let's see, the weight on that one is 6, that's pretty light. And how heavy is this one? 7, so it's lighter. I think that's worth it. And it looks nicer. That's a big thing. Okay, so what do we need to build this thing? I need a piece of leather and 3 firewood. So I've talked about this on the Character Crusade Discord a little bit. I tend to just console in the firewood. It's free. If you have a woodcutter's axe, it's free to go to any woodcutting station and just do it, so then it's just a matter of saving a few seconds. Firewood is not a rare item, and it's not hard to obtain, so and I don't even think there's a woodcutting station over here, but obviously there's firewood all over the place that they're using, so I don't feel bad at all just consoling those in. So if that offends you for some reason, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm gonna do. If I need firewood at this point, I'm just gonna console it in. Call me a cheater if you must. Okay, what did we need? Just 1 firewood? 3 firewood. Here we are, and now we can craft our new bow. Doesn't do any more damage, but it's a little lighter. I don't know if that means it's quicker to draw. It might. But it looks nicer. And that counts for a lot. And I think I need another piece of firewood to upgrade this thing. Yeah. The grindstone doesn't work the same way. You can't really console in your ingredients as you need them. Okay, so that ups us up to 16 damage on that, which is great. And let's see what kind of armor we can craft for ourselves here. First, I want to see if if the bone armor is actually upgradable. It doesn't look like it is. It doesn't even show up. It might be upgradable through Scrimshaw, but we haven't gotten there yet. So I think it would be worth it to craft some conventional armor here. Barbarian stuff, that might fit. We've got the iron ingots for it for sure. We need some more leather. I don't know, it looks heavy. Let's see what else we have. I might actually just end up leaning toward the regular old leather armor. Hide armor isn't really an improvement over the fur. Oh boy, the Harrier's at it again. This might work. Armor 30. It's kind of heavy at 7 pounds though. It's much better than the hide armor. The leather armor is 1 pound lighter, but 1 pound less. I'm sorry, only one unit of armor rating under what the Highwayman mail is. Interesting. I don't know, I tend to favor just the regular leather armor in this game, especially with the Amidian-born textures. It looks great. We'll see what we can do to maybe add one of those fur collars to it. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to go for, the leather armor. It upgrades nicely too, it scales well. So what do we need? We need 4 pieces of leather. Let's go ahead and do that. And since we're moving in a southern direction here, the weather's going to get warmer. And we're not going to need the furs as much in the near future here. How much leather did I need there? Okay, I got what I needed. The Bruma stuff looks nice, but I'm having trouble recently with its body slide settings, I think. I'm getting neck seams and wrist seams on just about every body type that doesn't fit the leather or the armor size. So I'm going to avoid that. I tend to prefer the vanilla armor for this character anyway. Although I do like that leather armor added by Bruma. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade that. 31, nice. Okay. Now let's see what we can do about getting some boots and gauntlets that match. And then we'll see about replacing this nasty fur hood here. Or nasty fur hat. What's next? We'll go boots next. We need 2 more pieces of leather and 1 more leather strip. Excuse me. We're going to need the strips anyway, so we'll go ahead and get 2 out of that one. We needed 2 more pieces of leather, right? Here we go. 1 piece to upgrade. getting through our supply of wolf pelts pretty quickly here. Some gauntlets, and then we'll see what our options are for head coverage here. I don't like the fur helmet that we're wearing, and I don't really like the leather helmet either, the vanilla leather helmet, so we'll see what our options are. Gauntlets are what we need. No, bracers. So we need one more piece of leather and one more leather strip. There we go. Oh, wrong place. Now, with his hunting and field dressing skills, Araelas is very comfortable with leather working, and he's very comfortable crafting his own leather armor, and he's actually very comfortable crafting his own bows and upgrading them as well. That said, if he finds an enchanted weapon or piece of armor that's better than what he's using just out in the wild, he considers that a gift from Nirn or gift from nature, and he'll use it. He's not going to buy stuff like that from merchants, but he's not opposed to using stuff that he finds out in the wild for sure. He's not going to steal anything from anybody. But yeah, that's kind of his take on. I don't have any way of creating any fur hoods now. Just the unarmored one that we have. So I guess we're kind of stuck with the leather helmet. Yeah, that's his stance on enchanting. That was not the case with Alucel. He was completely averse to enchanted items of any kind. Araelas is not. I need 2 leather and 1 leather strip. For him, it's not the concept of enchanted items itself and getting the help from another soul, which has been bound to that item. It's more a matter of how he obtains it. He will gladly accept a gift from Nirn, but will not go out of his way to pay for something that may or may not be better than what he already has. And we need 1 more piece of leather to upgrade that guy. And then maybe see what we can do with the fur collar there. Might add some northern flair to this leather armor here. I think I needed a fur plate for that. Go for the loose one. Leather strips and fur plate. Ooh, last one too. Great. Barely made it. Should we go for the tight one or the loose one? I think the loose one. I've used the tight one before, and it ends up looking just like a scarf. Okay, let's see. Let's find a private little spot somewhere here, maybe behind this house. Alright, lady, no peeking. We got to level up too, that's great. Change into our leather. Leather boots, leather bracers. We can leave that off for now. And it looks like we have some stuff that we can sell in the morning, huh? Great. And where is that? Where did the fur collar go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. Let's take a look, huh? Alright, not too bad, I think. Maybe go toward the forge there and get some better lighting. Looks pretty good. He looks a little more put together. Like he's getting better at this whole thing. A little less druidic, maybe. But we'll get there. I like the fur collar, actually. I think that's a nice little touch. And I guess just for... Yeah, it's not terrible. It's not my favorite, but it'll do in a pinch. Okay. Well, now I think we just have a bunch of arrows to craft. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Iron arrows, 24 of them, huh? That's going to give us a huge supply. Should give us a lot of levels in smithing as well. There we go. Was that it? Is that all we have for crafting? I think that is the case. Looks like Kine gave up on that animal that she wanted us to chase down. I don't see that he's highlighted anymore. That's alright. There'll be another opportunity. I think we only need 3 more until we get our beast tongue power, huh? Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and pitch camp. Cook any meat that we might have. Oh, I wanted to build an iron hunting knife too. I might be able to do that in the morning. And then level up. Oh, there's our another opportunity. There's our opportunity that we're talking about. Yeah, alright. I can do that off camera. You guys don't need to watch me chase animals all around Tamriel for hours. Let's make this campfire. Take our levels. Need 6 more dead wood to create a roaring fire. Shooting for 6 dead wood here. Hey, look at that. On the dot. Cook up what we have. Ah, here we go. We can make a more powerful venom by combining the spider venom that we have. That is useful. Lots of fat to cook up too. Okay. Nope. Still wants us to go hunt that thing. Oh, that's that's tough to resist for sure. Yeah, forget about the bedding. I can do that off camera. Let's just let's take care of our perks here. So we took 2 levels last episode. So this will make a 3rd level in stamina. Oh, we're very close to level 5. Cool. So we'll level health and magicka in the next 2, and then circle back to stamina for 3. We could get some use out of smithing at this point, but I think we blew through all our crafting materials, so we won't get any immediate use out of that. Let's see. Archery, we can definitely use wing shot, clean kill, steady hand. We can use all of these. I think clean kill is the most useful because that's going to give us a straight 20% the first time that we hit anybody. There we go. More damage output is always good. And there we have it. I think that's about it for this episode. Let's see. Let's take a look at where we're headed in the future. I think we're going to continue further down south. I think Araelas is going to spend some time. Oh, geez, I don't remember the name of this lake, but it'll come to me. Ilinalta's the one over here in Falkreath, but geez, I don't remember. I feel bad about that. Anyway, he'll probably spend some time around the lake. It's a source of water. It's a hub for wildlife. The hunting there will be really good. Plus you have Riften right over here, which is a commercial center for Skyrim as well. There's lots of merchants over there that we can trade with. A lot of crafting that we can do there for sure. Yeah, so I think in the next episode we'll move a little further down this way. And we may have some surprises in store. So on that cliffhanger, I think I will let everybody go. Until next time, I hope everybody takes care of themselves, and that's it. See you later.